welcome back to Refresh Your Future. So this afternoon we're joined by Nicola and Chelsea from the recruitment team. So welcome guys. You okay?
Yeah.
So can you tell me what your role is and how long you've worked for the company?
So I'm a learner recruitment support officer. I've worked for Busy Bees for about 5 years now. So we deal with all aspects. So we deal with recruiting new apprentices, job roles, upskilling existing staff, giving advice and guidance, making sure the right people are on the right programmes.
Lovely. What about you, Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm a learner recruitment officer and I've been with Busy Bees since February last year, so 2020.
Straight at the beginning of the lockdown.
Yeah.
Bless you. So could you tell me what your roles entail and what's your typical day?
So a typical day would be reviewing the adverts for the apprenticeships, booking in telephone interviews, speaking to nursery managers to book in the interviews, getting feedback and upskilling any internal staff who want to complete their qualifications.
What about you, Nicola?
Quite similar to Chelsea's, really making sure that obviously everything's done, replying to everyone's emails, making sure interviews are all booked in. Yeah.
And how do the people apply for the positions? How is it fill in a form and send it in, or is it an online application? Or
So it's an online application. Obviously we advertise on our own website and we advertise on the National Apprenticeship Service for the England vacancies and apprenticeship.scot for our Scottish vacancies.
right, okay, lovely. And how much detail is put into that application form?
We try and gather quite a bit of information. We also ask for a copy of their CV as well at application stage, just so we can make sure we've got all information. If they don't have GCSE results, we're sort of looking for predicted grades, just seeing if they've done any qualifications which could relate back, and anything that could obviously affect funding, things like that.
Lovely. So how do you decide, obviously I know you work with obviously Busy Bees, one of our customers, how do you decide what vacancies are going to be advertised, who makes that decision and who's recruiting an apprentice?
So it would be the area directors and the centre directors. So they will get in touch with us, the recruitment team, learner recruitment team, and let us know the vacancies that they've got for each nursery, and then we'll then place the adverts.
And how many of your vacancies have you got at the moment?
I think we've got, including catering, 298.
Wow.
Obviously catering and childcare.
And does that include Scotland?
It does, yeah.
How many have you got in Scotland?
In Scotland, we've probably got about 10 vacancies at the moment. We have filled a couple of the roles, but sort of like in the major cities like Edinburgh and Glasgow, we are still recruiting.
And when are those vacancies to start?
It does vary. So we have a start date of September, but say if the nursery manager recruit an apprentice before and they're not in education and can start straight away, then they'll start straight away. But if someone's still at college or school, then they'll have a start date for September.
Right, okay. So how would a learner make contact? So they didn't want to fill out an application form at the moment, but they just wanted to get some more information about what's available, what we're up to, that kind of thing.
So on our website we do have a inquiry form, and that will obviously feed straight into us, and we're trying to respond sort of like within 24 hours. There's also an email address and a phone number that they can contact us on, and someone will always get back to them.
Lovely. And is there any age restrictions regarding apprenticeships?
No, there's no age restrictions, just a minimum age of 16, and obviously they have to have completed their last year of education at school, but other than that, no.
So if I was a person now, so I'm just well, they're not doing their GCSEs, are they? So they've got their predicted grades.
Yeah.
I wanted to apply. How soon could I actually start? Could I start next week if there was a vacancy, or do I need to wait?
No, we'd probably wait until August, September time to start if you are kind of just leaving school now.
Okay. And you talked about skilling staff. So
Yeah.
what does that mean?
So all of our qualifications, we do also offer them to internal staff members. So if we've got a staff member who is unqualified, we can get them popped onto their childcare qualifications. If someone's in a senior management position, we can get them put onto their management, and the same for our kitchen staff, we can get them placed onto kitchen qualifications. So we're just trying to make sure that all of our staff are catered for, that it isn't just school leaver apprentices. Staff within our nurseries can also complete an apprenticeship qualification.
And do they apply the same way if they wanted? So if I was working in a Busy Bee centre, do I just apply the same way as everybody
all
else?
of our application forms are on the website. Again, we do speak to our nursery managers quite often, so they'll also mention them. We'll get everything sent across to them.
Lovely. And what kind of wage, if I, like I say, been taken on as an apprentice, what kind of salary am I looking at?
So the apprentice salary starts at £4.30, and that is obviously all age ranges who are doing their first year of an apprenticeship.
And what about the hours? If I only worked 6 hours a week and wanted to come and be an apprentice, could I be able to do that on those hours?
Unfortunately not. All of our apprentices, all of our recruited apprentices is for a full-time apprenticeship.
Right, okay. So if I wanted to get some more information, I know you said about that we can contact you. Is there any podcasts or anything like that we can look at and get what it feels like to be an apprentice?
Yeah, so we do a podcast. I think it's called Live on the Hive. Again, that gets updated on our website. You can listen to it through all the major podcasts. We also offer blog posts on our website as well, so they can also read through all of that. And we have the VLA, which does offer some free courses, so they can sort of get an idea of what to expect within childcare.
Lovely. And what kind of checks do you do before they enter the nursery? Is there something particular, especially working with children, that I need to be aware of that you'll be doing checks on?
So if they are to be successful, the nursery will do a DBS check, and we also do kind of a My App report, which to see what kind of qualifications they've previously got. But they don't have to have any qualifications to do the apprenticeship. It's just kind of for our benefit, really.
So you're talking about the My App report. So say I did my education rather a long time ago, and I can't find my certificates. Is that something you can find that information from, or is there somewhere I could go and find out where I can get that information regarding the certificates from?
Yeah, so we can have a look on there and provide it, and obviously we can send a copy to you yourself as well.
Right. And what kind of things, again, when you're getting those application forms, what's going to make if I was filling out the application form today, what kind of things would you be looking at on that individual basis?
So I'll probably be looking at what GCSEs have done, see if any of their GCSEs would relate back to childcare, just so I can sort of find out where their interest within childcare lies, whether that's they've done health and social care or they've done child development, just so I can have a look. I'd see if they've done any experience or see if any of their hobbies and interests will sort of relate to childcare.
Okay. And say again, keep thinking I'm this apprentice that's got all sorts, aren't I? I haven't got my maths and English, so how could you support me? Do I need to get those to be able to be an apprentice, or can I do them alongside?
No, you don't need to have them. We'd provide you to do your level 1 functional skills if it was to do the level 2 childcare apprenticeship, and then if you were to do the level 3, it'd be the level 2 functional skills that we'd do for you. So.
And the vacancies you've got at the moment, are they for level 2 or are they for level 3?
Predominantly they are for a level 2. However, if someone does already have that full and relevant childcare level 2 qualification, we can consider them for level 3.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. A good insight into that. Have you got any questions out from social media again?
Yeah, so there's just the one this time, and it's I'm about to finish school this summer and I'd like to apply. Do I need a CV in order to apply, and what should be in it?
So the CV is optional, but is this something that we do like to have on file for them, just because we feel like a CV you can get a little bit more information from a person than an application form. In terms of what we look for, obviously we are looking for sort of a personal statement, but we do understand that a 16-year-old might not have a really strong personal statement. So just to get a bit of an idea of their characteristics, what sorts of things and interests and hobbies that they're interested in.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.